Well, hi. So this might sound a little bit like the same old song and dance, but you're gaining weight and maybe you're experiencing some significant hair loss and you've got fatigue, maybe you've got some mood swings, you're not sleeping as well as you once did, and you think to yourself, I get it. I know what this is. This is hormonal fluctuations, and it can be linked to perimenopause or menopause. But sometimes it's not as easy as just to pin the challenges and the symptoms we're experiencing on menopause. Sometimes a lot of the symptoms we think are menopause related are actually being caused by our thyroid. Hi, I'm Sherry, and I'm a menopause health coach, and I work with smart and independent women just like you. And through holistic methods, I can help you get comfortable in your skin again, regain energy, confidence, and a joy for life, because I want you to go out there and rock a cute pair of jeans. Now, as a menopause health coach, hormone health is really one of my specialties. And normally I talk a lot about estrogen and progesterone and testosterone. But our bodies are completely interconnected, interdependent. No one system stands in isolation and apart from the rest of the body. So today I wanted to talk about the thyroid and what it is, what it does, and what happens when it's not working optimally. So the thyroid is a little butterfly-shaped gland. It's located kind of like right here, kind of in the front of your throat, kind of neck area. And it is part of the endocrine system. And what the endocrine system is it is a network of glands that their job is to produce the hormones that allow our cells to sort of talk to each other. And the thyroid is the queen of the endocrine system. And let me tell you, if the queen's not happy, ain't nobody happy. So thyroid health is really, really critical. So primarily, and I'm thinking chances are you may already know this, the thyroid is connected to our metabolism and how slowly our metabolism is working or how quickly our metabolism is working. But there is also other functions that happen because of the thyroid, and that is it plays a role in immune function, detoxification, determining our sex hormones, tissue development, energy levels, and our sleep patterns. So what exactly does the thyroid do? So there's two main hormones that the thyroid produces. One is T3 and one is T4. And these get released from the thyroid by another hormone called TSH, and that stands for thyroid stimulating hormone. Kind of makes total sense, right? And that hormone is produced in the pituitary gland. Now, if there's an imbalance in our T3 and T4s, if it's kind of more on the lower end of the scale, that's when we are dealing with hypothyroidism. So that's when our metabolism can slow down, and if it goes far enough, it's where the autoimmune disease Hashimoto's comes in. Now, if you go to the other side of the scale and T3 and T4 is really ramping up, that's where you're going to see the hyperthyroidism. And then the extreme of that is Graves' disease. Now, supporting thyroid health, first of all, if you do suspect that your thyroid might not be functioning optimally, I highly, highly recommend going to your doctor and asking for them to go ahead and test your thyroid, test your levels, and just to make sure that your thyroid is functioning properly. Because if it's not, there is medication that they can give you that will help stimulate your thyroid. But I am a big fan of doing things naturally and holistically and supporting our body the best way we can through that. So there are things that are available to us that we can actually help to support our thyroid health. Now, one of them is to get good, consistent exercise, but this isn't necessarily like, a big, intense, like HIIT routine. This again is like a more calming workout, like walking, swimming, cycling, because what starts to happen is stress can actually affect the function of the thyroid. So we all know that, under stress, we're producing more cortisol. We're in that, constant state of, fight or flight. And so the body is more focused on basically survival mode, and it starts shutting down other areas. And so something like the thyroid doesn't become as important. So you don't want to do anything too intense exercise-wise that's going to encourage a spike in your cortisol levels. The other thing that's really healthy for supporting your thyroid is just deep breathing, just good, deep belly breathing. I think doing this, for a couple of minutes in a quiet area, maybe with your eyes closed, it's great relaxation. It's really, quite meditative. The other thing too is prioritizing sleep. Again, sleep is very related to, restoring your body, to lowering our stress levels, and just overall important for the thyroid. Also reducing toxin exposures. And I know this is so much easier said than done, right? Because I feel like toxins are everywhere. Even when we do a really good job of trying to eliminate them in our home, they're still going to be, outside in our outer environment where we don't nearly have as much control. Also, calming your vagus nerve is really beneficial for your thyroid. And I'll be talking about the vagus nerve in a couple of weeks, but it's basically kind of the super highway between the brain and the gut and a couple of other, main organs. And basically it's working on communicating with those parts of your body that you don't have voluntary muscle control over. So when you do think about, digesting, keeping, your heart beating, breathing. So one of the great ways to really calm our vagus nerves, there's a couple of things. Sing, which I love because I can't sing at all, but oh my gosh, I just feel like it gives me an excuse. I'm like, I know I can't sing on key, but I'm helping my vagus nerve. Gargling is great for calming the vagus nerve, and laughter is great for the vagus nerve. The other thing is really kind of, again, watching what you eat. And I think that this would be an interesting experiment just all around, not just for thyroid health, but just for overall health. Eliminate gluten for 3 weeks, see how you feel, then reintroduce gluten for 3 days and see how you feel. And then lastly, vitamin D, selenium, and zinc are great support supplements for the thyroid. And selenium, I would say eat 3 Brazil nuts a day. Zinc, sunflower seeds, super good source for zinc. So I hope this kind of got you thinking about, maybe it's not always menopause related. But sometimes it is menopause related. And so if you are suffering from hot flashes, I say go ahead and download my free 5 hot flash hacks, and I'll go ahead and I'll put the link in. And really, again, just really great advice on how to naturally ease and soothe your hot flashes. All right, peace and love.